I'm going for the next topic, Euclidean distance, right? So what is Euclidean distance? The distance between any two vectors. So what I have got? I have got the center point. First vector is Si, so right? Second vector is Sk, and that right, and this is a representation, and the distance between them is called Dik, right? So it's given by the formula because it is in vector form. Dik, what's the first term? I. So it is, right, Si minus Sk with a double notation, correct? So the distance Si minus Sk double notation square. Though what I am doing, I am determining energy of that. So when I say energy of that, can you observe here J? Because I have got Si and Sk, then I have to include the carrier. That is, the carrier is given by what? J. So, right, I am considering J. Sij minus S, right, Kj, right, followed by the whole square. Hope you can understand. I will repeat it. Si minus Sk double mod square is, carrier is J. So 1 to N Sij minus Skj. Whatever term you take here, right, that term will come in the second term, J and the J here, followed by the square. Then energy. I have to determine the energy between Si and Sk. So energy formula is 0 to T Si square the signal dt. This is also written as Si mod on board, right, square absolute value. So I am going for Si minus Sk, right, double on the both the sides, then followed by square. This is written as 0 to T. I am following the above equation. So what is Si? Si is nothing but Si minus Sk. So Sit minus Sk, right, whole square followed by dt. Means when I say Si minus Sk, square indicates energy. So energy means what? 0 to T, the signal square followed by the dt. This is of notation there. Si minus Sk whole square dt. You have to just remember it. Next is nothing but cos, right, theta ik, the angle between this and this. It is Si transpose, you have already done, Sk, right, followed by absolute value of Si followed by absolute value of Sk. Remember, the angle is less than or equal to 1. This is very important, less than or equal to 1. You have to remember the angle between I and K is Si transpose Sk followed by Si Sk. The angle between I and K, you have to remember. This is also given by inner product of Si and Sk. That is nothing but Si transpose into Sk followed by the length of Si means absolute value. Length of Sj, right, Sk means Sk absolute value. Next I am going for the next part, correct? The next part is the inequality, squared inequality. What does inequality says? Minus infinity plus infinity, S1 of t, S2 of t. If I square the whole wave, integrate between S1 and S2, then square, it says less than or equal to, right, followed by minus infinity, first energy, right? This is the first energy of the wave, this is the second energy of the wave. And S2 of t is C into S1 of t. I have to prove this equation. To prove the equation, let us go for what is S1. S1. So how many carriers I have got? 5, 1 and 2 carriers I have got. So what I say? Right? S1. So S1, right? Carrier is 1, right? So S11 into 5, 1 plus, right? S1 is the signal. Carrier is 2 into 5, 2 of t. Similar way, S2 of t is S2, carrier is 1, so S21, 5, 1 of t plus S22, right? 2 indicates carrier. So what is the carrier? 2 here, 5, 2. So this is the equation. So S1 means S11, S12. See here, S1 is 1, 1, 1, 2. Here S2 is nothing but 2, 1, 2, 2. That is 2, 1, 2, 2. This is S2. Now right? Already I have explained phi I, phi j, I is equal to j, the value is 1, otherwise 0. Now let me go for the cos theta. I have got taken two signal S1 S2, S1 transpose S2 followed by absolute value of S1, absolute value of S2, that is length of S1, length of S2. So I am going for the next part. So cos theta, so right, minus in plus into S1 of t, S2 of t dt, that is nothing but that S1 transpose into S2, right, minus plus in S1 of t, S2 of t divided by absolute value, that is double mod S1 double mod, is because absolute value, so you have to put in square root of, right, minus infinity square the signal dt. Same way, right, put absolute value root 2, right, then minus infinity S2 of t dt. This is the absolute value of S2. This is the absolute value of S1. I will repeat. If I say get the signal S1, integrate from minus infinity to plus infinity, square the signal dt, then put a root, that's absolute value. S2 of t, square the signal, integrate, then put root. And everybody knows cos theta is less than or equal to 1. As a result of this, I have simplified. So when I simplified, the first term I have retained as it is, right? These two terms have taken that side. So it becomes the first term here, these two to that side of the equality. So these two terms I have got. And the condition applied is S2 is equal to C into S1. Otherwise you cannot write it. So S2 is equal to C into S1. That means please observe the equation.